to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers and welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us, one growing big family. Thank you for your beautiful comments and all your love. I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. I would like to mention, if the video is too fast for you, up top there's 3 little buttons on the right hand corner for most of you, or in your settings, and you can slow down the video to the speed you like. You can also turn the closed caption on, which is the CC next to the 3 little dots. If you don't know how to do it, in the link below in the description box there's a little link that you can click on there, and I show you how to do that. It's a 2-minute video. Also, would like to mention that I do have a crochet private group. You're more than welcome to join if you have a profile. There's a lot of scamming going around in the crochet groups nowadays. You must be careful with the links bit and cut. Don't open those. They steal your identity and every information about you. Okay, so, and also thank you to the women that have been coming through to help other women in need of thread. We gratefully appreciate you. Thank you so much. And for some that are still considering, and I hope you do, please donate whatever you can. They really need thread, and they need to occupy their minds of the troubles of everyday life. So please do a good deed for them. It's not the amount, it's the gesture. So please help out. You could either give it to the super thanks right below the video. That's going directly into the YouTube account, and then they take 30% off whatever you're giving, or you can go into my PayPal account and in the description box below and donate from there. Please, also I would like to mention, if you're watching a video, passing through, you like what you saw, please give a thumbs up. It's extremely important to have YouTube recognize the videos and circulate it in order for us to keep growing. And also, if you can share to bring more people into the channel and recognize the channel. Sharing is caring. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get started. I want to mention that I use a 2.75 hook. It's 100% cotton thread most of the time, my thread. These are Portugal brands. I should have one somewhere around here. And these threads, they go by numbers. They don't go by name. Since there was a high request of ordering threads, I am taking orders for threads. So if you're interested, they're $12 a ball, and they're 100 grams. It's about 325 yards. This is coming from Europe, and it's including with shipping. But you must order at least 6 in order to cover the shipping costs, because it's literally impossible to ship out without having you guys pitch in for those 6 rolls for the thread. I earn nothing by it, okay? It's just basically a favor that I'm doing to you guys since it's such a high demand. These are 4 plies. They're a little bit thinner than Aunt Lydia number 3. And these have a shine to it. Aunt Lydia is more of a matte, which for doilies and centerpieces and things like that, I prefer to use Aunt Lydia in the white or off-white, and then mix these colors, and it's just perfect. Okay, so let's get started, everyone. And if you need to get a hold of me for either order patterns, because you can, if you see a video you like and you'd like to order that pattern, you can comment on there or through my email. Just make sure you send me the picture so I'll know what you're talking about, or through message on my Facebook group or Instagram or TikTok. All the information is below in the description box, so you have many ways of getting hold of me. Okay, so we'll start from here now. Thank you. Okay, everyone, so I've attached my granny squares, and I've done half on this end, which I'm going to create the other half for the other end. Now the middle one, because we always put something on top of it, I didn't do the popcorn flower, just did a normal granny square with 4 groups of 3 double crochet, 2 chain space. Second row, did the shell, 4 corners. Third row, did shell, 1 chain, and 3 double crochet, 1 chain and shell. Fifth row, 1 2 3 4, I should say 1 2 3 4. Fourth row, the same thing, shell, 1 chain, group of 3 double crochet, 1 chain, another group of 3 double crochet, and shell. Row 5, shell, and 3 groups of 3 double crochet, 1 chain space, and then the last one we have 4 groups of 3 double crochet and shells on the corner. So very simple for people that are used to knowing how to create the granny square. And for those that don't know yet, I will leave the link below for the granny square, and you can create it by there. Just remembering I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So however the granny square size that I did the tutorial, let's say it's 3, then you know you have 2 more rows to go, or 3 more rows to go, I should say. Okay, so very simple as that. So now we're going to create the half, and of course I've attached shell with shell, no chain space, as I'm attaching the last row with single. Now we're going to create the half shell, half granny, sorry. So I'm going to do the magic circle. In case you don't know how, then do 4 to 5 chain depending upon your tension. So I'm going to do 1 chain here. I'm going to come back in, and I'm going to create a single. Well, I have it here so you guys can understand. So did my magic circle. Now we're going to do single, 2 chain, that equals a double crochet, and 1 more for space. I'm just going to tighten my circle a bit. And now I'm going to create 3 double crochets and 1 chain space. Okay, so it would be this here, or 2 chain I should say, sorry, and then 3 more double crochet, one chain, and 1 double crochet, exactly how we started at the beginning. I'm going to close my magic circle. I'm going to go up 1, 2, and 3, and I'm coming in that space of that between that 1 double crochet and the 3. Three, 1 more for space, so 4 chain, and then create in between that space 3 double crochet, 1 chain, and come in the center, create your shell, 3 double crochet, 2 chain, and 3 more in the same space. One chain, come in between the double crochet. Now here, so I missed a double crochet, and this is perfect when you're missing something. You don't have to take it down. You can just come right back in the center here, do like a triple. So you turn twice on your hook, take out once. I'm coming right on top of the first double crochet, actually no, at the end, not at the beginning. I don't know what I was thinking here. Okay, so 1 chain, let's restart that again. I'm going to come from the end here and take out 2, and then I'm going to come in the center of that 1 double crochet and the groups, and then take out the rest, which gives you that 1 double crochet there, and this way you'll have your 3 in the bottom. So we're going to do 3 double crochets here. So we did 1 because that was part of the triple, 1 chain, and then 1 double crochet. Now you can go directly in the center or grab on your second chain here. Of course, my tension's always so tight. Okay, so you have the same thing, that 1 double crochet, 1 chain space, 3 double crochet, all in the same space, and then here the same thing. Okay, so then we turn around again, 1, 2, trying to pull my threads here, 3, 4, so 3, 4 double crochet, 1 for space, coming back in, create your group of, how many rows did I do here? I don't want to, so I did 1, 2, 3, okay, I'm good. Is it 3? Yes. So I'm going to do the 3 double crochet, 1 chain space into the next space. Then I'm cutting my thread and I'm just going to come in with the green. Now this one is a multicolored yellow and off-white because I wanted to have it combined afterwards with the off-white that I'm going to put on there, and at the same time match the other granny squares. So you're creating your shell, 1 chain, do your 3 double crochets, 1 chain, come into the last one, do your 3 double crochets. Now it gets tight, of course, because you have that 1 double crochet there, but just pull it a bit on the side and then create your last double crochet. Okay, so I'm cutting my thread. So I've done my slip stitch knot. I'm going to come, actually we're going to turn around because we wanted to, so I'm on the wrong side. We want to continue to have the same pattern of the back and forth. I'm coming right on top of the double crochet at the edge, and I'm going to do 1, 2, and 3. So single and 2 chain would be for a double crochet, and then 1 more for space. I'm going to create my 3 double crochets, 1 chain, and create again your groups of 3 double crochet. So it's just a repeat now. Your shell stays the shell in the center. That's like the corner of the granny square. In this case, we're only doing half granny. It's just different as a design, and of course I never know what I'm going to end up with. I have an image, an idea in my head, but then I go with the flow, wherever my brain brings me. So that's why it's extremely important to look ahead of the video before you create anything, because sometimes things are changed or mistakes are done. Of course, I'm far from being perfect, and we can fix it without taking it down. Okay, and your last 3 double crochet, 1 chain, and now I'm going to come in with this solid yellow canary, and then the red after that. So I'm going to repeat the same thing with the yellow canary. I'm going to come right in, so we'd be turning around to the wrong side again. Come in with 1 double crochet, so that means single, 2 chain plus 1 more, so that's 3 chain to create your 1 double crochet, and then inside 3 double crochet, 1 chain, create your group, your groups, your shell, your groups, come to the end, 3 double crochet, 1 chain, and then 1 double crochet on top of the other one. So I'm going to do the yellow and the red, and I'll meet you at the red when we're ready to attach, because it's just a repeat now. Now when you get to the last row with the red, turn it on the right side so we can have the right side being faced up. So single, 3 chain, continue to do your groups. This is the last row of the half double crochet. So I'll meet you at the shell. So I've done my 3 double crochet in the shell, and now I'm just going to add it on to my pattern. sure you get the right side up. So I'm just going to come directly in the other opposite side corner. And continue to do my shell, to complete my shell with the 3 double crochets. And then you can cut your thread once you're done this side, 1 chain, and then continue on creating your groups. And this way you'll have your half granny square. And this is perfect for many patterns that you guys are creating, especially like in baby blankets. It's a way of doing the half shell that you can do like corners and things like that. And then I'm going to start working with the off-white. And then tuck in your loose end. So now I have my half shell on this side also. And that's pretty much it for this as far as the granny squares go. Okay. Okay everyone, so now I'm coming in with the off-white. We'll be working on the sides of these granny squares. Okay, so that means we'll be working on here, and it has to be individual. So once we finished one, cut the thread, going to the next one. Okay, so I'm just going to start here. So we're going to start right on top where the granny square is, and it will be repeatedly the same thing even on the other side. So I'm going to come right in the center here and do a single, 1, trying to hide my thread at the same time, 2 and 3. So that means we have, actually I'm going to do only 2, single and 2 chain. That's like a double crochet. I'm coming directly into the next space. Try to pull this thread and hide it at the same time. We're going to build those little blocks again of 3 double crochets. So I have 2, 1 chain space, and continue all the way to the middle of in between the granny squares. Now for the South American women that are creating these patterns to sell, this makes beautiful rugs by using thicker thread, yarn, macrame thread I should say, or Aunt Lydia number 3 for most American Canadians. And you want to create a beautiful rug, you can just do it in granny square if you don't want the 3D popcorn flower. Okay, so I'm jumping, no chain stitch, directly into the next granny square. And I don't want a big gap of space there, so tighten up your stitch to make sure that you don't have a big gap in between here, and then proceed again to create those little blocks again. Okay, all the way to the end, and then once we get here just before the shell, I'll meet you there. So I've done my last 3. No chain space, come directly in the center of your shell and do that 1 double crochet. 1, 2, 3 chain, turn around, of course I have to get all my thread tangled up, you know, and then we're going directly, we're decreasing here, okay, because it's going to come up flat up top. So go directly into the next space with your groups and just proceed the same way. Now when you get to the center, between the granny squares will be the same thing. We'll be jumping from one granny square to the next without no chain space. Exactly what we did on this first row, we'll be doing on this second row also. So directly into the next square, and then just repeat everything. This will be repeatedly like this until the end of these little boxes squares. So we are decreasing now. So basically it's almost like you're doing a half granny at the same time, if you know what I mean. I'll explain to you in a second. Just finish here so you can have an idea what I'm talking about. It's always best when it's shown, right? Oops, no chain space. So I'm coming in, and I'm coming in the last chain here and doing a double crochet, and then again go up 1, 2, 3, turn around and into the next one and create. Will always be repeatedly like this all the way until the end. And of course we are decreasing on these little blocks because we keep jumping from that corner, one double crochet into the next blockage, right? Okay, so I'm going to show you so you can have an idea. So basically we're creating, this will become flat afterwards up top, right? So it's like a half already of a granny. So it's almost like doing this. Okay, it will be like that, but in off-white, right? So I'm going to meet you at the end. It's always a repeat. You always jump, do your double crochet, and then jump into the next one. Same thing on this side. Do your double crochet, no chain space, jump into the next one until we become flat up top. So I'll meet you at the end once I'm done. Okay, so we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little block spaces, and the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're gonna have 3, and then 2, and then 1. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of this. Okay, everyone, so we've reached the end on the last one where we have only 2 and that double crochet. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm coming directly and jumping where that chain is, and then I'm closing it with slip stitch. Cut my thread. I'm pretty much done this one here. Okay, so it's going to be like that. Now we have to do exactly the same thing. This way looks better, right? We have to do exactly the same thing to both sides, on this side and that side, this side, and this side and this side. Now if you don't want it this big, you can do only 2 squares, but remembering, consider the 3D flower, then you might have to do just normal squares, because if you want to put something on top, it will be literally quite hard. So I'm going to advance all of mine. I'm going to continue to do all my breast corners of the grannies, and then I'm going to come back to you once I am completed with all of them done. Okay. Okay, everyone, so I've done all my sides, completed, cut, and then you would start again on the same one as this one, and then keep going, and then cut, then keep going. So pretty much done there, and closed in my last one here. I'm going to come in and do a single where I've closed my last slip stitch. So I've turned around, obviously, because I've closed it in this side, alongside, and chain 2, double crochet, 3 double crochet, next space 2 double crochet, next space 3 double crochet. We're going to alternate like this pretty much all the way around. So we have 1 of 3 and 1 of 2 double crochet in the spaces. I'm trying to hide this leftover thread here. Three, 2 on my last one, and I'm going to let me try this like this, see if it works. I'm putting 1 in there, 2 chain, coming back in and doing 3 double crochets on this corner. Then coming into the next one, doing 2. Next one, doing 3, because we don't want it to crowd it. It's gonna be too baggy, won't be nice. Okay, all the way to the corner, and I'll meet you at the corner. So we've reached the corner, so we have the 2 here and the 2 here. So obviously we need to fill in 3 and then 2 chain and 1 more. Okay, so we're going to fill in this corner here 3, exactly like we did on the other corner, and all 4 corners will have to be the same. So 3, chain 2, and no, we already have that 1 more in there, don't we? Yep. No, we'll have to do it that way. So 1, 2, and 3, like that, and then next one 2, no, we'll have to do a 3, that's right. So we'll have to do a 3 here. Okay, so 3, 2 chain, 1 inside, 2 more, and then 3, and then proceed by there to all the way to the other corners. So I'll meet you in the other corner just to make sure that we are on the right track. Okay. Okay, so we're right in between where we have that corner. Good God. I had to give that silent sneeze. Wow. Just not to put it into pause. I wouldn't have enough time. So 2 here, 3 in the center, and then 2 again. And you'll do the same thing to all of the other ones when you come to it. Now, like I said, I always have an image of something and it always ends up something else. So hopefully this time we'll get something right. Well, not that it's wrong. Usually it comes out pretty good. But I mean, hopefully this time I'll have that image that I usually get and put it into the design and have it like the image. You know what I mean. Okay, so continue on until your corners, and then we're going to repeat the same thing. Okay guys, so we've arrived on the other corner, and we have to do the same thing as we did on here. So the 2 double crochets like we have here, 1 inside of the corner, 2 chain, and then 3 more double crochets, exactly how we have it on there. And then we have to do exactly the same thing. So we're at the edge, so we're going to be doing the 3 double crochets there too. No, the 2 double crochets, sorry. 2 double crochets. And then continuing on the same way. So all you have to do really is look at your other corners if you get confused, or rewind the video. Okay, so 2 inside of the space, 1 inside, 2 chain, 3 more, and then 2, 3, 2, 3. Until we get to the corner here. Like I said, if you get confused, then you would come on this one here and see what we've done here to do exactly the same thing so it can fit properly. Okay, you guys, just want to show you to make sure that we are on the right track. Okay, so there is no confusion or mistakes. So we are, let's say, at the edge. So we have 3, so 1, 2 chain, 3 double crochet, 2 right after, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, don't forget this is 1 there, because I almost made a mistake and jumped from here to there and it wasn't adding up properly. 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so just to make sure you guys have this properly in, and then we continue on until we close with a slip stitch. Okay everyone, so I pretty much closed in with a slip stitch on my second chain because we did a single and 2 chains, right? So now we're going to do a couple more rows like this, double crochet over double crochet. So come back in, single and 2 chains, and then double crochet over double crochet. So very simple. That's what happens when you don't have too much space on your table. Everything comes with those threads when you're pulling, right? But anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so I'll meet you at the corner. So we've reached the corner. We're going to do 2 double crochet, 2 chain this time, and 2 more. So we're doing a shell with 2 double crochets and 2 chain, and then just proceed your normal way, double crochet over double crochet as we've been doing. So the corners will be shells of 2 double crochet. we had to do 3 at the beginning so we can form that corner square, right? If we didn't, then it would have been pulling too much to the center. We want it nice and square, so now we're going to be doing 2. Okay, so keep going all the way around. All 4 corners are the same way. I'm going to do a couple of rows like this. I'm not sure how many rows at this point, but you could always advance the video and check it out. I'll come back to you once I'm done my other rows, which is just double crochet over double crochet. Getting to the corner, just 2 shells of 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet. I'll meet you at the end of my rows. I don't know yet how many rows. Okay, everyone, so pretty much did my rows. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, but we're going to continue. It's just that it's going to change up a bit, and I'm going to start from the corner this time. So I've cut my thread after I've closed in with a slip stitch. I'm going to come in the corner, and we're still going to do those 2 double crochets. So single, 2 chain, and another double crochet, chain 2, and again try to hide my thread as I go. Makes it easier than having to do that at the end. I'm going to do 1 chain space. I'm skipping the first one and I'm coming in the second one, and I'm going to do groups of 7 double crochet. Now hopefully we won't have to adjust anything, because like I said, this is just, you know, coming to mind. I don't write patterns, I don't write anything down, I go with the flow. So do your shell, skip a space, 1 chain, 2, 4, 6, and 7. 1 chain, skip a space into the next one, and create the group. So I don't know if we'll have the right amount arriving at the other corner. Hopefully we will, but if we don't, we'll just make an adjustment as we usually do to any other pattern. No biggie. 2, 4, 6, 7, and just continue on like that. Okay, until the edge, until the end. So we are on the side, and we'll be the same thing here, but we'll have to see if we have to make any adjustments to it. Okay, I think that's coming out pretty nice. So I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, you guys, so I've reached the end. It must be my lucky day. We have no adjustments to make here, so we skip that one that's left, making the shell of 2 double crochets, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochets. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Hopefully we'll have luck on this side too. We won't have to make any adjustments. 1 chain, skip 1, and into the next one, and count your 7 double crochets, your groups of 7. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1 chain, skip a space into the next one, and create your 7 double crochets again. Now, like I said, hopefully we won't run into any obstacles, but if we do, nothing that we cannot fix. We can fix all things. Okay, so just continue, skip a space into the next one, and do your 7 double crochets. I'll meet you at the corner. Hopefully we are pretty much in the right direction. Okay, you guys, so getting here to the end, I can see that I will have 3 spaces left, and that's a little bit too wide for my liking. So I'm going to, instead of skipping one here on the last one, I'm going to skip 1, 2, and coming in, because it won't be as noticeable anyway. And coming in and doing my last group. So sometimes it works for us and sometimes it works against us. We did good on the side, but the edge here is not the same amount. So 2, 4, 6, and one more. So that makes less of a space and you can't really tell going into the corners. So 1 chain, and I'm going to skip these last 2. Okay, and then we'll just do the normal shell like we did. And skip only 1 here like we did. Now if there's any adjustment that will be made, should not be, because we did fine on the other side, but you never know. Skip 1 space and continue with your 7 double crochets. So 2, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 1 chain, skip a space into the next one and create your groups of 7 double crochets again. Okay, so hopefully everything will work out. I'll meet you at the edge to see if it's all going good. If we need to make an adjustment, then we'll make an adjustment. I think it's coming out pretty nice. Okay, so I'll meet you at the edge. Okay, you guys, so I've reached the edge, well, near the edge. I also had to skip on the last one here, 2, okay, and that will leave me 2 left over, exactly what happened at the other side on the edge. Now, this is no issue, it doesn't change anything on the pattern, and coming directly into the corner, doing my shell. That's not too bad at all. So I have 16 groups on each side of 7 double crochets. So 1 chain, skip the first one, and continue the same way. Now, on this one here, we had to skip twice, right? Yeah, we skipped twice, and then 2 left at the corner. So we'll see if it ends up the same way. We'll have to do the adjustment the same way as we did on the other side. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Continue to do yours until the end and see if you need to make an adjustment here. Exactly how we had to do it on this one here. We skipped 2 and there was 2 left. Okay, everyone, so I've reached the end. I'm going to come in into the shell, create the shell again, single 2 chain, two double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 double crochet. And of course I had to do the same adjustment to this one here by skipping 2 and 2 there. 1 chain space. We're going to skip 1 space and come in the next. So we're going to have 3 little blocks of 1 chain into the next one. One chain, skip a space into the next one. We're going to create groups of 3 double crochet here in the center. So this whole row will be about little blocks of 3 little blocks, and then 3 double crochet. 1 chain, skip a block into the next one. 1 chain directly into the next one. 1 chain, skip 1 into the next one, create your 3 double crochets. It's going to be repeatedly like this all the way around until the end, till we get here. But I'll meet you here just when we're closing up, okay? So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so pretty much came to the end. Have my 3 squares here on this side, 3 on this, the 3 double crochets, 3 square, 3 double crochets, and on to the next row. Next row will be all about squares also. So I'm coming back in again on the center with a single 2 chain, doing my shell. One chain, skipping this one, coming on the next one, one chain. Now we're going to go on top of the double crochet, one chain, double crochet, one chain, into the first double crochet here where we have the groups. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, one chain, skip one, into the next one, one chain on top of the double crochet, one chain on top again, one chain on top of the double crochet. So it's basically all squares we're doing. One chain, skip where we have the 3 double crochets, skip the middle one, and repeat again. One chain, double crochet over double crochet. It's going to be like this all the way around. On top of the 3 double crochets, one chain, skip the middle one, and into the next one. Okay, so this is all about making little squares. I'll meet you at the edge to make sure that you guys are good. So I'm reaching the end here of this side, so no different. Skipping the last one, coming in, doing our shell. 2 double crochet, 2 chain, and 2 more double crochet. One chain, skip the first one into the second, and proceed the same way as we've been doing all the way to the end. Coming in our first double crochet, skipping the middle one, and repeating everything all over again. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so pretty much finished doing my row. I'm going to cut my thread. I'm going to come in with another color. I'm still debating which color I'm going to use, so I will see. These leaves we're going to create, I have created them already in certain patterns, and some of you will recall when I mention that they look like chicken feet to me. I know it's funny, but it's the only thing that it reminds me when I do them. So this is what we're going to do to this pattern. I think it's going to look beautiful. Obviously, when you're looking at the picture already of the video, the pattern's already created, but at this point, it's still not created, right? So we'll be working on the 3 the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 squares. We will not be working on the 2 middle one, just on this first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, in the same direction. But anyway, we'll get to it. I'm going to use a darker green than my lime green just to have the pattern stand out more. So I'm going to start by the corner creating the shell with the 2 double crochets. So single, chain 2, and another double crochet, 2 chain space, come back in. So this does not change. This stays the same. We're doing 1 double crochet on top of double crochet, next space, inside of the first space here, the square, and 1 on top of the double crochet. So now we have 6 double crochets. Okay, 2 chain space. I'm going to come in this first one here and stretch. We're going to do this 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I'm coming in the bottom one. 1, stretch it all the way to the top. 2, and 3. Now I'm going to come in this last, we have 3, 1, 2, 3 squares. I'm coming in the last bottom one, stretch it all the way up. 1, 2, and 3. I'm coming on the second one. We have 1 up top here and 1 right below. So I'm coming in the second one. 1, 2, and 3. I hope I didn't. I think I lost one of my threads here, so we'll have to go back a little bit here. Okay, back in again. So that's my 3 into that square, the second square in the bottom, and then the last one, which is the first square up top. So we don't do the 2 middle ones. Now sometimes it's a little bit tricky. You just have to be careful when you're pulling it through. Sometimes it's tricky. It comes out if you don't grab it properly. So you'll have to redo it again. So we'll redo it again. So I managed to pull them all the way through. And we're going to close it in nice and tight. 1, 2, 3 chain. I'm going to come in on top of the double crochet here and do 1, 2, 3 double crochets. So 3 double crochet. Try to get a little bit more lighting so you guys can see it properly. So 2 chain. Again, coming in the first one. 1, 2, 3. Coming in the bottom one. 1, 2, 3. On this last, we have 3 here. On the very, very bottom, make sure you stretch it well up. 1, 2, 3. We have 2 here, so we're coming in the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And then the very last one up top here. I know it's pulling a lot, so it's hidden, but you know it's there. And now we have to do that little tricky part to go right through them. Hopefully, okay, so I'll back it up again. Sometimes it goes in so easy, like nothing, and some other times, if the stitch is too tight, that's what happens, and that's what happens to me by tightening too much. Okay, so I managed. So 1, 2, 3. Come into the first double crochet with double crochet, 1 in the center and 1 on top of the other one. So now it's just going to be a repeat again, doing it here, 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 and here. So you know you have 2, 4, 6, 7 blocks. So 1, 2, you work on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 2 in the center we don't work. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, getting to the corner again is no different. So you come on top of your double crochet. You have to do those 6 double crochets, 1 inside, so that's 2 on top of the double crochet on the shell, 3 on the next one, 4, and 2 inside to create your shell. 2 chain, and again your 2 double crochets, and you have to create the 6 again in the next space, in the next space, 1 inside of the square and 1 on top of the double crochet. Then you continue to do your leaves again. Okay, everyone, so I've come to the end. I'm going to close it in my first double crochet, and I'm cutting my thread. Okay, you guys, so I've been trying different edges for this. I've tried with the red, I've tried with darker green, multicolored green, and different style, and I didn't like any of them. And this one so far seems like it's doing its justice for me, so I'm going to continue with this one. And it's very simple. So basically I've started at the corner. We'll get to the corner, so I might as well get to the corner before you guys get complicated or confused, not complicated. Okay, so let's say you'd put a single on the 3rd chain there, the 3rd double crochet just before the corner. So you've done your single, you'd come in and do your triple, 1 chain space. In the corners we'll be doing 8 triples because it's the corner. We need it to spread out or it's not going to be good. And all the other ones are 6, so we're doing 8 triples, 1 chain space. So you turn twice on your hook. So I have 2, 4, 6, 1 chain. So you have 3 on your hook, take out 2, take out 2, and take out 2 more. So I have 7 and my 8 triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to come in so I skip 1, 2, 3. I'm on the 4th one, so that's almost at the end. And then come straight in to the center of that leaf, create your triple, and we're going to do 6. So everywhere else is 6 triples. Only the corners will take 8. And I have to add more thread here. Okay, I've added some more thread. So we're going to continue and try to hide this leftover thread. Oops. Try to hide it as much as I can. Anyway, my hands are stretched out, so it's kind of hard for me to stretch it now, but I'm going to straighten it. Now that I've straightened it out, so we have 2, 4, 6. I'm going to come right here on my 2 chain and do a single. Come back in and do my 6 triples. 1 chain, and that's how it's going to be done. So it's just a repeat now, and then I'm going to come back to you once I am finished doing this here. Well, here, the whole pattern. So just remember, these are 6 because we need them to spread out. 2, 4, 6. I'm going to come back in on my 2 chain with a single and then continue again into the center. So I'm going to continue mine and then I'll meet you at the end. Okay, you guys, so apparently my last recording got lost somewhere in this journey of recording. I don't know why. I was trying to edit, upload, and noticed that I didn't have the edge recording. Somehow it got lost somewhere. But anyway, it's very, very simple. So you would start with a single on the corner and do 1, 2, 3, and on your 4th one, single, 3 chain, picot. Sometimes it's best when I point it out because of my nails, of course. So single, 3 chain, picot on your single, and then 4 chain for the middle one, and I come still in the single that I've done to close out because I don't want a gap, and then 3 chain, and then come back in on the single, picot. So 3 chain, 4 chain, 3 chain, all closed in the single, and then I come back in after doing the picot with a single. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3 singles. Here I have half double crochet front post, so I would come in from here, turn once on your hook, come in from here on the side, and just close it in as a single, but in reality it's half because you're taking out 3, right? So in other words, try to show you here so you don't get confused. Sometimes, I'm telling you, it is not easy with recording. So basically, let's say you're doing your half front post, so you turn once, okay, then you would come from here, grab it, and take it all out. So you'd have your front half crochet post, and then come directly in here, single, so 2 singles. The only time that it's 3, it's the corner ones. Everywhere else is 2 singles. On your 3rd one, you do your single, 3 chain, close in the single, picot, 4 chain, close in the single, picot, 3 chain, close in the single, picot, and come back in with another single, and then 2 singles, and then half double crochet front post. So very simple, and the only time you do on the 4th, so the small ones are on the 3rd and the corners are on the 4th. So very simple, nothing to it. I apologize for the lost recording, but thank God it's only the edge. Very simple. So I want to thank every single one of you for being here. I hope you enjoyed and liked this pattern. You can create it in different colors of the lavender, purples, and all of that. Blues, oranges, especially now for the summertime. It's just perfect for that. And please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel. Sharing is caring also is extremely important. And I hug every single one of you. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye. I'll have the pictures and a little video at the end. Thank you.